Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. It's your Mystic Journey Divine. Welcome to my channel. For those of you returning, I thank you for your consistent support. For those who are new, welcome to my channel. I am Mystic Journey Divine. I am a psychic medium, a tarot diviner, amongst many other gifts. I come to you bringing messages from God, from the ancestors, from your spirit guides, those who follow the Orisha, the deity, fairies, mermaids, alien species, and all angelic cosmic beings. Welcome to my channel. It's been a off day, but we pushed through. We pushed through anyway, right? Chosen ones. We push through, collectives. We push through. For any day above the grave is a blessed day. I'm going to start this reading by reading a verse from the Bible. I am not a Christian. I am not a devout follower of any religion. I am connected with God, who is my creator and the master of my life. Many of us from the old school way were raised with the Bible, still use the Bible. Many of us who were raised with the Bible have decided to put that down and follow another path. I see the Bible as a book, a tool of the ancestors that came before, a way of giving messages, relaying secret codes to run slavery time. This book was used for many other things besides only being a Christian or a Catholic or following a certain religion. It's a tool of divination, and it still holds great power for all those seeking to be closer connected to the ancestors and to spirit, who utilize this book as ways of strength, protection, guidance. Take what resonates, throw away the rest. But there is a lot of useful information in the Bible still. I'm reading a passage that you all are familiar with. Well, most of you watching my channel are familiar with. Psalms 23, my favorite. One that's used by many of the elderly I've come across as a staple for strength. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for thy name's sake, for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, forever, forever. I say an amen. A beautiful passage from the Bible. It reminds us that we are connected If we choose, we are protected, we are provided for in abundance if we believe. God is always with us. He's there to comfort us, to give us joy and hope in these troubled times when the world is so lacking of love and light, where evil takes precedence daily over those who only mean to bring love into the universe and to walk freely amongst God's creations with an open mind, a receiving heart, and a pure soul. Amen. Now we'll pull some cards to see what else Spirit may have to say to us at the end of this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. I hope your day was blessed. I hope it went well. I hope it was full of positive light and joy and happiness. And I hope you made a conscious decision to give your very best and not settle for anything less than what you deserve, for you are enough. You are complete. You are worthy. You're worthy of the nourishment that God provides. Yes. Yes, and although the day meant to bring me chaos and calamity, it ends with joy and remembrance that I am a daughter of the divine. And for that alone, I am happy and whole and looking forward to a better tomorrow and a better tomorrow and better and better and better days ahead. So if you too had one of those days, feel free to sit back, get your glass of wine, whatever you need to bring you relaxation as you hear the word that's being given to you. Hopefully you will find something in it that will give you a renewed sense of self, that you too can remember that you are a child of God. Is there any calling bigger or better than that? No employer, no jealous friend, no hateful family member, no outstanding bill, no debilitating disease, pains or aches in your body, no addiction to your flesh, no disturbance in your mind that leaves you mentally in anguish, hopeless, defeated, and not standing in your truth. For we are all here to give to the world. And only in giving shall we receive that which we desire and deserve. Focus on what you can do for others, not only what others can do for you, and watch your world change for the better. Yes. When I fell down, I fight through. I come on here, I see a prayer, I open a book, I read a passage. I meditate, I listen to music that unites my soul. I eat foods that are nourishing to my body and not toxic to my temple, so that I can be agile and youthful. What are you doing to bring inner peace to your temple? Are you communing with the right people who support you and love you well? Smile when you enter the room. feel sadness when you're gone. Call you to see how you are. Not every day, every now and then. I know we all have busy lives. Things that distract us from our human side. But it's so important to remember that you are human first. And God put you on this earth with a purpose and a plan. You were not meant to live in stress and anxiety and lack. It is your birthright to be abundant and prosperous and joyful and healthy. And if those things are not resonating with you, then a change must be made. A commitment to honor yourself first, to put yourself first. Above all, except God. Prayer makes a difference, and you don't have to believe to get started. You just have to be open to receive. And He will pour in a spirit of allowing. And you will find yourself walking differently, talking differently, attracting better, higher elevated beings into your circle that don't drown you out when you have something to say. Don't count you out when they're collecting the numbers. Keep a space and a place for you when you need a shoulder, a tissue, an honest word. For true love and true friends and true family do not allow you to walk in your low vibrational self, not in your truth. They keep you aligned and balanced. They want to see you grounded because that is the avenue, the path to being happy and successful. Not those yes man, yes woman kind of friends who see you going the wrong way but too afraid to say, no, hold on, brother, sister, mother, father, husband, wife, son, daughter. I love you enough to correct you. For you have not sinned, but you are making a mistake. And that mistake's need correction. Let me help you. Let me talk to you. Let me listen to you and where you are. What do you need from me? For if I am higher, well, more grounded, more balanced, then I have only to listen. Because I know where you are and where you are, where you've been, because I've been there. I can see you before I can see you. I can hear you before I can hear you. So why can I show you? Okay, Spirit. Oop, that first cars is flying out tonight. There's turmoil in the house. There's turmoil in your life. You're angry. You're bitter. Holding resentful pain. Pains of the past. Pain that you cannot reveal, so you carry it within you. Afraid to look weak and vulnerable to others. Afraid of being less than. and not seen for who you truly are, just another human in need of help. There's no weakness in receiving the help you need. There's strength in asking for help. Only the courageous carry no shame. For the first card out we got is the monster within. Internal struggle, personal challenges, but wanting to improve. What's going on in your life, beloved? Why have you no one to listen? Why are you sitting alone in your constant thoughts that keep you anxious and stressed and full of uncertainty? Have you no one and nowhere to turn? Or are you choosing to stay stuck out of fear of judgment and rejection? If the people you are afraid of doing this to you are the ones who are calling family and friends, then, oh, beloved, let's start there. Your inner circle is not holding you down, holding you tight. Maybe it's time to choose better people, individuals, to allow in your sacred space. Maybe you need to let go of those who walked away, counted you out, choose to judge you even when they see you in your pain. Laugh behind your back, gossip about where you're not or where you should be. For they are not God. And therefore, their opinions don't matter. This is your life. And you only have this one to live while you're here. Because surely life will come again when you're gone. As a death doula, this is what I ground my beloveds in who are about to transition. Death is not the ending. Death is the beginning of a new life. But yet and still, while we are here living in this third dimension life, you must live it well, to transition well, to have a better next, better newness. Transition well. We must be well while we are here and living. Whatever personal challenge is defeating you, it has already passed. It's no longer here in the moment that we are singing. For every second you take another breath, releases the one before it, and it is gone. Let it go. Release it into the universe and give it to God, for it's too heavy for you to carry alone, my love. There's hope. Shh, that's my dog, my puppy. Shh, hush. You don't have to carry it alone. The card says you want to improve. So what's holding you back from improving? Are you self-sabotaging yourself because you choose to be a victim of your own decisions every day? The change you need is one decision away. Yet you choose not to make it. Why? Are you tired of being tired? I know that feeling. But like I said, every day above the grave, there's life flowing through your veins. Choose to live. Choose to live happy and well. Choose. You have to choose. No one is going to make it perfect for you. For that is no one else's burden to carry but yours. Are you waiting for someone to rescue you from yourself? Next card out is witness. To know, personal evidence, speak out. Something is burdening your mind. A secret, maybe, that you're harboring. An ill will that's been done against you. And you've gone there hiding, afraid to seek help, afraid that your life is being spiritually attacked by others. Maybe you have not been well lately and you don't know why. You're tired all the time, you're not eating. Maybe you picked up a new addiction. That's not who you are. You're made in the image of God, beautiful in righteousness in your every being. God wants you to speak. God wants you to trust. Trust that you're protected by the highest power ever created. No one has the ability to strike down God's power. You are truly protected if you seek it. Seek help, beloved. Don't live in fear and doubt and lack. Whatever you need, find a way to have it so that you can come out of this stagnation. So you can move into your true birthright of abundance and happiness, because you deserve it. If no one has ever told you that, or not today, I'm here to tell you, you deserve to be happy and to be loved in every core of your being. Despite the transgressions of your past, forgiveness is an absolution. All it takes is to request it. Okay, Spirit, can we have another card from my beloved? One that will bring clarity to the situation they may be in. Hope. Maybe some joy. Promise of a better tomorrow. An answer, a resolution to a problem they may be facing. Woo, Spirit, that's too many. But one did flip. Her last day on the light. Unexpected endings. Surprise changes. Sudden shifts. Something has come to an end in your life. And you are battling to let it go. It's painful, I know. It hurts, I know. So deep, so often. Do we hold on to that which is not meant to serve us well? For God's rejection is only meant as a protection over your life. If something is gone, release it and let it go. For if it is gone, it only can mean that now you have room for something better to replace it. You're feeling that sudden change and sudden shift, and it doesn't feel well in your soul. You feel burdened and hungry for love, to know happiness and joy again. It's waiting for you. But you haven't chosen to choose you. You're holding on to something that isn't. You're holding on to nothingness. Why? Haven't you released yourself from that which is gone and walked away? Only to seek possibly its own way, if this is a relationship. I'm hearing twin flame. I'm hearing passion. I'm hearing regret. I'm hearing second chances. If you believe that you lost something that surely is meant for you, do you not believe that God will make sure in the end that you receive it? That maybe the separation is a temporary answer to get you elevated higher, connected with God. Maybe the thing you were holding on to kept you from God, for you loved it and coveted it and cherished it so much that it became your everything, and you lost yourself. And God said, oh no, beloved, before me, oh no, it must go. And it has. And often there's nothing we can do about fate and divine timing. And God's will trumps our free will every time. But there's also a surprise change, as per the card. Surprise change. We like surprises. They're usually good. But you may be seeing your surprise change as something that was negatively done to you. A loss. A loss. When God is saying, you have not lost anything. You have regained the power to find yourself. In solitude, in silence, in stillness. God is trying to tell you something. From The Color of Purple, one of my favorite songs, so powerful. In a moment of severe anguish and grief and separation, of shame and guilt, being torn away from her family, being seen as a Jezebel, a whore, less than dirty creation, a sin. Walked into that church. Father opened his arms as she sang, as the choir sang, God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. But you're too busy in your misery that you're not listening. There is better yet to come of this situation. A healing needs to come. Time needs to be given for consideration about your life and where you're really going and what have you been doing Separation is necessary to ground us, to still us, to heal us, to elevate us to a better place of mind, body, and spirit. Let's see what else the cards will have to say. There's a high energy in the room. These cards are like almost jumping out of my hand. I can barely get the shuffle out. The outsider. The misfit, the loner, the wanderer. Let me give you a little piece of news that you may not know. If this is you, if this is who you've always been since a child, if this is how you feel you're being seen by the world, by others around you constantly, no matter what you do, you can't get ahead. You love harder than you're loved. You give more than you receive. You find you hurt more than you heal. It's because you are a chosen one. And thus, the world will view you as weird, strange, evil, demonic even, annoying, too aggressive, too independent, too bold, too hard to deal with, too loud. You into too much of everything. It's because you are too much of everything. For God filled you up with more than the ordinary. He gave you a voice to speak aloud, boldly. Give your mind to think differently than the norm. Give your heart bigger than that of others. Your purpose is great, and it is hard and lonely to be on this road. You are not understood. You were judged. You were shunned. You are rejected. You are forgotten. You are gossiped, talked about, stalked, demeaned, ridiculed, criticized. Hell on earth seems to be the place you're constantly thrown in by other normal human beings who are not chosen like you are. God is telling you, in your moment of weakness, you need to go within. You need to dig deeper. You need to get by the water. You need to sit in the sun and bask. You need to look to the heavens, to the skies, cry out, "Oh God, I know thou hast not forsaken me, but I am broken and feeling defeated. I need strength and renewal. I seek a rebirth and restoration, for I am willing to be useful to the divine. I will not fall off from my path. I will not be discounted in the numbers. I will fulfill my purpose, and I will receive all the blessings of my birthright. For I am worthy, and I am enough. Complete me. Complete me. Raise me up. Put me on a solid foundation and restore that which is lost with something better, deserving of me and worthy of my presence. And watch miracles happen in your life. Don't give up, for it may be closer than you think. A sudden breakthrough, surprise changes could be right around the corner waiting for you to take the turn. But you gotta get up, and you gotta fight, and you gotta pray, and you gotta fall on your knees, and you gotta submit and surrender your life. For what else is there to do? Nothing in the world is better than that which God has for you. Don't you want it? Aren't you tired of waiting for others to give to you what they don't have to give? But they don't even know who and what you truly are or what you came here to be. But you do. Have you forgotten who you are? Because you see yourself and those around you? If you do, and it doesn't look well, you need to move. Place yourself in a place where everything you see is a reflection of everything you want to be. Because there is hope, my beloved. Hope. Anticipation, bright prospects, and wish fulfillment. What a beautiful card to get. Beautiful card to get. Spirit, your ancestors, whether you know them or not, they know you. Whether you call to them or not, they are there. Known and unknown. Your cosmic family always surrounding you, waiting for you to acknowledge them so that they can manifest your dreams. In a snap of a finger is all it takes. That's how powerful God is. He's done it for me. There was a time where I was broken, bitter, angry over loss of love, finance, friendships, family, employment, opportunities. Love, 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 hope. I was hopeless and feeling defeated. I was being laughed at in corners of rooms I had never even been in. But I could hear, and I could see, and I knew, for those are my gifts. And it was hurtful to hear those that I loved and I thought loved me cursed my name and my life with death upon me for speaking and standing in my truth. I was sick. I was scarred. and having nowhere else to turn, I fell on my knees and I begged God to remember my name. And in my stillness and my silence, He spoke to me. Life flowed through my body like the River Jordan, and I was restored and renewed and rebirthed into a majestic, magical, powerful being. Now, I fear none and no one but God, who is the source of my everything. And my cups began to fill and fill in love and life and hope and joy and happiness and peace found me. For it never had left. It was here all the time. But in my disillusionment, that my heart was broken, which is a metaphor. You can't actually break a heart unless, you're laying on surgery. Unless you're having an open heart surgery, a broken heart is a metaphor for a feeling. A feeling? Nothing more than a feeling? Was about to steal my life. I am a mother. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful, beautiful angels. And how dare I not deem myself worthy to be here on God's planet, where all is abundant and free for me to have. My children didn't choose to be here. That was my decision. And how dare I allow toxic, negative, gossiping, Jezebel, Negro, how could I allow that to remove me from what I am and what I have? I had forgotten, like you, that I was enough. And I had everything I needed right in front of me to start anew once I was willing to release what was gone. And now I rise with joy, for I give it to myself. And I have so much to offer the world and those that want to be in receipt of who I am. Beautiful goddess, an empress, a high priestess, a queen in her own right. For I build my kingdom alone at this time in my life until God sends me my perfect complement. I will do the work and do it well, and so shall you. Get out of your stinking thinking. Get out of your own way. It's hard, I know. I never said it was going to be easy. Hard, I know. But it hardened me. Is it hardening you? Is your heart hard? Absent of love for yourself and your life? Do you not want to live? To know better? To know what better can feel like? Finally? To have what you deserve? change. If you're not happy with who you are, change. If you want to be forgiven, God forgives you. The rest don't matter. If you want to be forgiven by a person that... Really? For those who can't forgive you, surely do not love you. And surely do not matter. And for those who have forgiven you but have chosen to distance themselves because you're walking in your toxicity and karmic lower ego self, they deserve their peace until you are well enough to be in their sacred place. You should not have bitterness, anger, and resentment for the people that were good to you who are now gone. For we all just want to be happy. We all want to be happy. But you have to offer happiness to receive it. You can't expect to be loved if you're not loved in its perfect form. And I don't mean perfect as in the word perfection. No, love is a perfection when it's true. And car wanted to flip over. It almost stood upright. Wow. The card of sacrifice. Offering, renunciation, and letting go. You see the arrow in that bird's piercing through that bird's heart? Yet the bird is not dead, for you see the bird's eye is still open, and it still has life, and it's being held and being rescued. You are not dead. For if you're watching this channel, unless you're, you have life still in your body. You have a beat still in your heart. Can you feel it? The warmth of your blood permeating throughout your entire body. That's life, my love. Let it go. For your illusionment, your disillusionment, your mental cloudiness and confusion is causing you to not see reality. And the reality is that you're here with me. And I love you. I love you. I love you, beloved. You are beautiful. You're worthy. You're enough. I believe it. You believe it now. Offer yourself to God. Whoever your God is. It may not be the God I serve, Ra. It may not be. He may have another name. Allah. Jehovah Jireh. Whatever you call your God. whatever you call the master of your life, I'm hoping you know that there is a master of your life higher than you. I hope that in your ego and in your anger, you don't think that you're the end all be all to your life purpose. For if so, you are truly stuck. And then me and you can have one more personal conversation. Zoom to Zoom. I do Zoom to Zoom. And I'll be more than glad to speak to you to figure out how you got where you are. And why you decided to stay there by yourself. In that lonely, dark place. Where no one else surely wants to be. And no, it doesn't deserve to sit with you. Offer yourself to God and ask for resolution, resurrection, restoration of your life. That He will anoint you with newness of hope and faith and joy. Give you mental clarity to replace the confusion and the cloudiness that has you stuck in the constant day after day after day after day. It's like you're living the same day every day. Can we get one more card, Spirit? One more card. One more card for our beloved watcher. One more card for our beloved watcher. This one almost flew out. Eternal youth. I like this one. Who doesn't want to be eternally young? Energy, newness, and vitality. What did I just say? Speak to me, Spirit. Or let me speak through you, Spirit. To my divine beloved one watching. It doesn't matter what your gender is. It doesn't matter what your culture is. Your skin color. Male or female. Transgender. LGBTQ. I don't know all the... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the world sees you as or who they label you as. Who do you see yourself as? Do you love yourself? Are you proud of yourself and your choices? No? Okay. Well, tomorrow's a new day. Two breaths. The first gone. And now the second. I'm now in a brand new moment to make a brand new change. And so can you. It's that easy and that quick. Don't you want to be energetic again? Don't you want to feel the vitality of life? To enjoy the birds that sing at your window and the flowers that bloom in the gardens and the trees that blow in the wind and the sound of the cars on the road and the sun that rises to meet you every day. Don't you want to recognize the joy God puts around you? Don't you want to accept newness into your life? Do you want to feel alive? Know love, real, passionate, healing love, loyal, committed, devoted to you? Yes? Okay. Well, then go out and get it. What are you going to do after this video ends? Are you going to go back to, oh, yeah, well, it sounded nice, but is that what you're planning on doing? Going to sleep, waking up tomorrow, going to the same job, doing the same same steps over and over again? That's what you're going to do? hopefully get another YouTube and get a little more help. Nuh-uh. God ain't gonna keep sending bricks out of the sky to wake you up to the reality that you've already gotten the message. You already have the information. You already have what you need. How many times are you going to wait for God to tell you that you need to move? And I don't mean physically, like relocate. Or maybe you do need to do that. But move. You need to, your soul needs to move into a better place. In God's house always has an empty chair just for you. An empty bed to lay in where you can get real rest. That perfect job to replace the one that now pains you to go to every day. That mate you lost. That at the time wasn't the best thing for you. That child, that loved one, that death of a relative, something you lost. Replace your brokenness with better health. Replace that thirst, that toxic addiction with fulfillment within yourself. You need nothing else to feel satiated and full. We will go into what I call my magic bag of goodies. I have over 100, 200 maybe cards in here that I've written over time. Moments when I was sitting still and just felt there was something that was being said to me or that I need to say. I don't know if you can see them, but I assure you I'm not pulling from there. Okay, so that way, when I pull, it's not a card already sitting there. Because I know how some of you, in your non-belief of this practice, are here only to judge my ability. Go ahead, feel free. The way I view myself, my worth, my gifts and my abilities don't need any approval from a man or woman on this earth. So feel free to judge the video, critique it, disagree, but you're going to get what you need, whether you like it or not, while you're here. All right, Spirit. Card, what do we have to end this beautiful reading? Wow, all blue. Blue is the color of messages. Now I have 5 different colors in this bag. To pull all 3 of one color is surely mystical, magical. Let's do. I know my God uses me. I know my gifts and abilities flow through me. Everything I touch feels the energy I carry within. We have kyanite. It's a gemstone. I'm sure you don't know it. It's a name very unfamiliar to those But kyanite is a stone of balance, grounding, centering. And it's this, it requires that you balance your emotions. Maybe pick up a kyanite pendant. This is amethyst, but it would be a pendant such as this with kyanite stone. Maybe get a kyanite stone and put it under your pillow as you sleep at night if you're having restless nights. Maybe carry it to work and put it on your desk. Keep it in your pocket at all times. I really suggest you get some to help balance out your emotions, to help give you clarity in these confusing times. Next card out, rainbow quartz. Oh, Spirit is sending you shopping. But these are things you need. Maybe you have not delved into the world of divination and metaphysical objects and tools, and it's time. Maybe you should pick up a couple of gemstones, a couple of candles, healing, white for purity. White can be used for all sorts of, drawing in all sorts of, where green is used for wealth, and purple for the ancestors, and orange for courage and happiness, and yellow for a connection to spirit and clarity and balance, red for love, and hope, blue for communication and connection. White is the universal color. So if you don't want to buy these individual candles, because you may have a few areas that need help, just get your white candle. And anytime you go to sleep, say a prayer in front of it. Speak to God in front of the candle and the flame. Turn off the TV and off the lights and just meditate in stillness and peace and tranquility. Let God speak to you. Get you a rainbow quartz. Inner abilities and success. To bring out your most highest inner ability, to bring success to your situations. Rainbow quartz. I do most of my shopping for jewels on Etsy.com, but you must be very careful. A lot of times you can get a lot of pieces that are not authentic. So make sure when you're searching, you're putting raw, natural, raw gemstones. Natural and raw gemstones cannot be altered like those that are polished. Okay? And the final card out. Woo! Success, my love. The card of Sewillow. This is a rune. One of the tools I use in divination. I will make a video about that in the future, about how I use them to bring prosperity into my life and fertility in all areas of my being. But you got the success card. There's success. There is safety. You are safe. You are safe. Fear not, my love. You are safe. God loves you. And there will be success to this situation. So what is the rune of victory? Wholeness. Guidance. It is the goddess. Feminine in nature, not in gender. Because there is no gender in divinity. Only feminine energy. Maybe you need feminine energy. Maybe you need to be nurtured, held, loved, rocked, massaged, held, rescued, comforted. It's on its way if you're ready to receive it. This message is a message of hope, but it's also a message of action. For you have to move, for God to feel the energy within you. You have to move for the universe to know that you're up and you're moving, so it can rise up to meet you and give you what you need for that day. Clean heart, righteous soul, stable mind with positive thoughts. And that will be beginning to be on your way to success and victory, and a better life, and a better future, and a better end. To newness in the next. Be well in this one to receive better in the next. Thank you. If you stayed to the end of this video, I hope it brought you messages that you needed to hear. All I ask is that you hit the like button on your way out so that others could come across this video to receive what you received tonight. I stand in my light and love, and I choose to see peace in everything I see, bar none. No situation can turn me off the path that I am embarked on of higher elevation and newness. And I hope one day to meet you there so that we can celebrate together how we overcame. As within, so without. As above, so below. Subscribe to my channel and come again. I only mean to bring you positive messages of love and light from the divine. And Mystic Journey Divine wishes you a beautiful and restful, peaceful slumber as you sleep tonight, and that you rise in newness and hope. Thank you. I do offer personal services. My information is in the description box. Share this video, pass it along to friends and family and someone you know. If this is not you, someone you know may be struggling. There's God's reward in helping others. And it's free to do in this way. I wish you well until we meet again.